Well, good afternoon, everybody, and happy New Year's Eve. It's Tuesday, December 31st, and I've come up to the Depot Lakes Conservation Area with the dogs, and it's about 1:40 in the afternoon, and I just thought I'd come out to Depot Lakes Conservation Area now that all of our snow has gone. We had up to about a foot of it on the ground just a few days ago, but with the warmth and the rain of the last few days, it's virtually all gone, so I thought it was an opportune time to come up here. Yeah, so I just wanted to get out and see this place at least one more time before winter comes back again, and it sounds like it's going to come back in a fairly harsh way with very cold temperatures over the next little while, and probably some snowstorms as well. So hope you join me on this hike around Depot Lakes Conservation Area and enjoy the beautiful day we have today. It's sunny to partly cloudy and 4 degrees and not much wind, if any. So I really wanted to get up here. Still a little bit of snow on the ground, but it's very patchy. Just depends which side of the hill you're on. Well, not surprisingly, the lake still has a good cover of ice on it, since we had quite a period there of very cold temperatures. So even the warmth and the rain of the last few days hasn't melted it away. It's virtually all covered. It's just an absolutely beautiful day to be out here today hiking on the last day of the year. How fitting it seems to be in one of my favorite places, enjoying beautiful weather, although strange weather. And there's the open water coming into the lake from the waterfalls area, open due to the current. just down at the mouth of the waterfalls here. Beautiful. So we're going for a drink, I guess. Not sure you want to swim in that, Zoe. It's pretty cool. Okay, it's 2:03 and we've just passed Roley Rapids and heading north towards Third Lake. This is quite a long section through the forest here. It looks like we've lost our sunny day, largely replaced by clouds now, unfortunately, but still nice. I'm actually too hot in this coat. I should have worn my thinner felt coat. Anyhow, can't complain. Soon we'll be freezing again. So I don't have the new puppy with us today for a couple reasons. First of all, it's hard enough to control 2 dogs up here, never mind 3, but also the fact she had a lot of exercise this morning going around the farm, and we don't want to overdo it for her. She's still quite young. So she's at home sleeping right now. And when I get back, she'll be coming out for a bit of a play period. And before long, she'll be up here with us. We're just coming up to the log crossing, and hopefully it won't be fully submerged. We'll see. Okay, there's the log. It's still above water. Hopefully I can get across without falling in. Could be quite slippery today. It is slippery too. There's ice patches on it. I think the ice would probably be pretty solid on the side of it anyhow, but this end here could be a bit tricky. All across the log with no injuries or accidents, so that's good. And the sun's coming out again a bit. Okay, just coming into campsite 17 area. I'll maybe take a little break here on the picnic table like I usually do. We've been going fairly hard here so far. Lots of hills and slippery slopes to navigate. Well, it's 2:22 and I'm just here at campsite 17 taking a little break. I thought it would be a good time also to thank all of you who have watched the channel and perhaps subscribed to the channel, and I'm happy you've enjoyed hopefully what you've seen, and hopefully you'll be a return viewer. And if you haven't subscribed, perhaps you will subscribe. I want to take this opportunity to wish all of you the best for 2025 and hope 2024 has been a good year for you. I know it's been a rather tumultuous year in a lot of ways, but hopefully we can all get through this together in a rather sane fashion. For some reason, Zoe, I debated bringing her because every time I've been here for the last few hikes, she has seemed very scared. And the same was true today. She was pulling me very hard at the start. Now, since Raleigh's Rapids, she's been slowed down, but she's shaking a lot, and she's doing that right now. She just seems to be afraid of something up here. I don't know what it is. Luna doesn't seem to mind it at all, even though she's mostly blind now. She's still plodding through here somehow. So this may be Zoe's last time, unless we come with other people, and then she sometimes seems a little more at ease. She shouldn't really be shaking from the cold right now. It's not that cold. So anyhow, I guess I better move on here and get out of here and get her home. Hi.
Joy.
And there overhead is Airbus A380 AEE 242 from Toronto to Dubai. Well, the clouds are certainly thickening up, making it a little more somber of a day. Blue sky off to the east, retreating. Zoe's regained new vigor now that we're on the more open track and soon to be Third Lake Road. He just feels more comfortable in the open, I think, instead of the confined trails. Here we are at Third Lake and the Third Lake Dam. Okay, heading south on Third Lake Road right now. This road still has a fair amount of packed ice on it. Hopefully it'll open up a bit up ahead. It's a bit slippery unless you can get some bare ground to walk on. It's a very strange sensation up here. It does not feel like the last day of December. It feels more like the last days of March or the early days of April. But that's all going to change in a day or two as the temperatures start to plummet again, and we're going into our coldest part of the winter so far, apparently. It's been very quiet from a bird perspective today. I've only had chickadees, white-breasted nuthatch, blue jay, and brown creeper, I think. That's about it. Very quiet up here. Well, luckily the snow and ice on the road has largely disappeared, at least over this stretch, so the walking is fine. No risk of falling down and breaking an arm or a hip. Have to be careful of that kind of thing when you're out in the wilds alone. So I hope you all have some exciting plans for this evening, New Year's Eve. My New Year's Eve is going to be very quiet. The other members of our household are up at a family get-together about an hour north of here. But I'm staying home with the new puppy and the other dogs and the horses. So, as is typical, my New Year's Eve is very quiet, and I guess you might say dull compared to most people's. I actually don't mind it too much. I mean, there's part of me that would like to be out doing a bit of celebration or whatever, but I don't mind taking it easy either, and just reminiscing about years gone by. From the last weather forecast I read, it sounds like by tomorrow night we might be seeing 5 to 10 centimeters of snow falling again in this area. So things might be white in a couple days once again. Been a rather big roller coaster of weather this fall and winter. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Quite extreme fluctuations. I just had a thought. Is it better to come to one of your favorite places on the last day of the year or the first day of the year? It's a good question. But given the forecast tomorrow with snow and potentially rain and freezing rain, I think the wise decision was to come here on the last day of this year. I'll have lots of days to come here next year. but not many more to come this year. So it's nice to be here on the final day of 2024. Will you remember where you were on the final day of 2024? 3:01, and we're just coming up to Second Lake Road here. And then we have to head east for a little bit to get back to the car. And it is fully overcast. Still no wind, which has been very nice for the making of a video, because that's always one of the biggest problems when you're making videos, is having wind noise on your microphones. But today it's been pretty quiet up here, just a little breeze here and there. Okay, back to Second Lake Road. And just a hop, skip, and a jump over these hills here, and we'll be back to the car. And I'm looking forward to it because my lower back's a little tight and sore from yesterday's work on the shelving unit. And also I've done quite a bit of walking today prior to this walk, so I've had enough. But I'm going to have to do a bit more walking when I get home with the young dog.